waiting for today to be over. Knackered.
I could feel my innards rattling with all that noise.
Oh, sorry there.
You want to join the reading group?
Haven't seen you before.
Shit as it
Welcome to
sounds.
Camden, love. Can I help you with something? I'm pretty busy, so make it quick if you can. Well, I'm not sure how much time you've spent in Westminster, but the gentry are a bunch of wankers. That's putting it lightly, of course. We pay our tithe. We have it better than most boroughs. We don't depend on them, and they stay out of our affairs. Usually. Well, there was the whole Malcolm Road scandal, but I won't get into that now. Listen, the Pistols try not to get involved in broader city politics. But let's just say we have friends in Camelot, and that we see the Fifth for who they are. I'm not gonna put my name to any old sod's cause. If you were a member of the Pistols, it would be a different story. Well, I can't blame you for that. Stick around. I'll have my people keep an eye on you. You just got here. Talk to people. Ask questions. Let's make sure you really want to join the Pistols first. Before you go, maybe you can help with something. The Pistols are anything but weak. Our security forces may not be as large as others, but they're well-trained and well-equipped. Unfortunately, most of them are currently dealing with an influx of commuters in Camden Town Station. Meanwhile, a group of hooligans made it past our defences and have taken up residence in the Camden School courtyard. The council was hoping to renovate the place, get some classes going for our young citizens. There's a fat chance of that happening now with them in the way. If you could find a way to take care of the hooligan situation, I might be willing to chat Pistols membership. I actually tried to speak with them myself, but they didn't seem like a very chatty bunch. I would suggest using weapons. I appreciate it. Thank you.
Yeah, I was skeptical at first, but the polycule might be the way to
This
go.
million pixie yeah! Fighting now!
Maybe that one.
There's an enemy. Him. I see no problem.
Tear into your liver.
I'd never get this confused like Christmas. Check. Anyone hurt? No? Just me. Shit. My old bones can't handle too much of this. Literally, I can feel them resting and just just getting started. Understood.
Should have run.
Not to interrupt your scheduled wandering, but keep an eye out. Blasted vehicle.
It's just a start. You'll run out of bullets, won't you? Show your face. Come on,
handle the
I
heat.
dare you.
Only fucking cowards hide.
I've seen one of those before. Oh, the memories.
How'd it go with the hooligans? Really? I'm impressed. There were quite a few of them. It's not that. Okay, maybe it was that. I'm sorry I misjudged you. It's clear to me now that you're someone who means business. I respect that. So, Pistols membership. Are you interested? What would you like to know? You're a history buff then. The Pistols have been around long before you or I were born. During the Great War, you know, the big one, with all the bombs, there was also a Great War in Camden. All the different factions, groups, and gangs finally had it out. They call it the Battle of the Bang Bang. It's when we finally kicked the fash out for good. Since then, we've just been focused on rebuilding and surviving. Every member of the Pistols has a vote, a say, and a job. There are 10 elected members of the Camden Council. Each council member's term lasts 3 years, including the speaker's. This is my second year as speaker. Non-members make up about 15% of Camden's population. We turn very few people away. As long as you're not hurting anyone, you're welcome in Camden. Pistols have first rights to food, water, and resources, of course. I won't lie, it can be difficult and expensive to be a non-member in Camden. But we do what we can to make their lives easier, and everyone benefits from the protection of the Pistols Guard. We got lucky. So much was destroyed in the Great War, but somehow, a water pump in Camden survived. We quickly realized how important that would be, and a coalition was organized. Over the years, that one pump was expanded into a proper waterworks. Food comes from our hydroponics facility. Palmyra Romero can tell you more about that. The gentry rolled in with their Tommy thugs a few years before I was born. Our security forces are strong. We believe we have the right to defend ourselves. However, we were no match for them. It was an unwinnable battle. But make no mistake, we didn't just roll over. We gained our fair share of concessions. As long as we pay our tithe, the gentry have no say in our internal operations. Unfortunately, sometimes they forget this, but I won't go into that now. So, are you interested in becoming a member of the Pistols? Splendid. Each potential member is required to obtain sponsorship from 3 members of the council. To start, I'd like you to speak to Palmyra Romero and Captain Reasonable. They've both been having issues. Maybe you can help them? It's as much for you as it is for us. Think of this as a trial run. You don't need to agree with all of us, ideologically, on everything. Blimey, that would be impossible. However, there are some fundamentals we do need to agree on. We need to see that you're committed to our broader goal, forging a new, just and equal society for all. We need to be sure you're not just here to check something off a list, or for a discount on goods. Then I'm sure we'll speak again soon.
Had an absolute skin from last night. That Bob Sister gin is tastier than you imagine. But that taste isn't true. Our tonsils are set free and
Not now, it's too early. And I'm too hungover to talk about theory with you.
I'm very busy. Make it quick. What are you doing? Listen, I'm sure you're perfectly nice, and I'm sure you'd make a great addition to the Pistols. I'm kind of in the middle of a crisis at the moment. I don't have time for this. Well, what's your stance on murder? I was joking. I don't actually want you to murder anyone, all right? Fine. You say you want to help. It would be a miracle. But if you can convince polyester to stop fucking throttling hydroponics water supply, I'll happily endorse you. I'd love to tell you all about myself, but now's not the best time, mate. Maybe later? Hell if I know. She's locked the doors to the plant. She keeps saying over the intercom that everything is under control. I don't want to alarm Alice, but if we don't get more water here soon, things in Camden won't be pretty. Right.
Should I be worried about...
Time.
Everything's under control. Not to worry. We're sick. We're quarantining. Shh. Stop. Stop saying that. Okay, fine. You can come in, but no one else.
Ethically speaking, stealing could be a victimless crime.
It's you. The one from outside. I take it you've spoken to Palmyra. Of course she did. Because there's nothing more important than hydroponics, is there? You can tell Palmyra that we're working on it. And things should be back to normal shortly. I hope. Oh, it was tragic. Bit by a fox and then bit by a dog that was chasing the fox. And then on the way to the doctor, poor old Mr. Grey fell into the Camden lock and drowned. Before his passing, Mr. Grey owned a small pump of his own. He sold water at the market, mostly to non-members. They depended on Alice him. Doesn't know this, but we're now providing water to everyone in Camden. Pistols and non-members. Most of it's coming from our reserve, which is almost depleted. This isn't sustainable at all, even with reconfigured filters. But one thing at a time. Filters first, then we'll figure out everything else. My team has already gone out searching, but why not? What's the harm in another set of eyes?
Impressive technology. It's a shame we were always one button away from reverting to the Dark Ages.
Do you know how much you confuse me? You do. Because your awareness of it only compounds my initial confusion. You stumbled onto a ghoul hanging off a sign, pleading for help, and you actually helped. That sort of gratitude isn't exactly commonplace in today's society, especially for a complete stranger. That's the source of my confusion. Why did you do it? Is that it? Oh. Forgive me for being shocked that someone would be so straightforward. That doesn't solve my confusion. You don't really know me, my past. I might be a monster. On the inside, that is. Let me rectify that, please. I was born before the bombs fell. My father and mother were middle class, a worker and a housewife. I was doomed to follow in their footsteps until I chose to go to university. And after that, I joined the government as a data entry clerk at the Foreign and Commonwealth why I survived. I was working late at the office when it all happened. Had I gone home, I'd have certainly been reduced to ash. That's it. That's Arthur Mountbatten. Now, we're no longer strangers. All is right within the world. No, they did. I think not. No, I know not. They did not. They did not die after the bombs fell. They died before. Huh? Did you say something? Let's change the subject. None at all. Just work acquaintances. And even then, those are quite slim, what with my extended lifespan.
It's all good.
Didn't have time for them anyway. Your words, not mine. I know I have more luxury than your common Londoner, but that doesn't mean my struggles are just of a different sort. Like comparing radioactive apples to rotten poor oranges. Of course. Thank you for listening. But don't make a huge fuss out of it. I don't have time for that. I'm sorry. I just can't get this one thought off my head. I just can't stop thinking about what I told you. Or rather, what I didn't tell you. What I chose to. My story ends with me as a common data entry clerk. Yet you met me as a disgraced taxman. I never connected the dots. Lying by omission is a crime, you know. And you have become a friend to me. I am not in the custom of lying to my friends, and I don't intend to start now. You did, but I don't remember. Thank you. I shall. As you might guess, my position as a data entry clerk and as a living remnant of London's former glory earned me some luxuries. I had a vehicle. I had a house. I was on my way to earning a respectable title. Maybe even a marble bust somewhere within Until one office. Day when my boss, a plump fellow by the name of Atkins, decided to humiliate me in front of the entire office. I stood my ground. First with my words, and then with my fist. I was immediately fired. 157 years of faithful service come to an abrupt After that, my former boss sued me for grievous bodily harm. Claimed I had poisoned him with radiation. No solicitor would help me. I later found out the reason. The magistrate assigned to my case was my boss's brother. The papers declared it the fastest decision in British judicial history. The magistrate awarded his brother damages in the millions. And since I couldn't come up with the funds, all my assets were promptly seized for fear of both my race and reputation. I had to choose between collecting taxes or homelessness. And now the truth can finally breathe. I only hope our friendship can survive it. I told you, you are my friend, and I am not in the custom of lying to friends. It doesn't matter. What matters is that I made my choice, and I've been suffering the consequences ever since. Thank you for saying that. Truly. It means the world and more. I can only hope we can continue to journey together. Huzzah! Let us soldier on. No toys around. It's fun time. Every altercation I've had in my life, then was terrible. I show. Various people do this for fun.
Please tell me you have good news. Wait, really? Ghouls? How could they have got in? We upgraded the ghoul grip traps relatively recently. They must have made their way in around the same time the hooligans did. Captain Reasonable's been so distracted with the commuters. Let me just check the levels. My God, you actually did it. I can't tell you how thankful I am. Here, it still doesn't solve the problem of the non-members, though. I'm not sure. Mr. Gray had a son, Jesse. He's locked himself away in their home and won't come out or speak to anyone. I've been meaning to go back again and check on the boy, but then everything went tits up around here. I haven't had a chance. Mr. Gray used to provide drinking water to the non-members in Camden, but he's dead now. It doesn't matter how many times we reconfigure our filters. The fact is, we don't have the equipment needed to provide water for everyone in Camden and to hydroponics. Would you mind stopping by Mr. Gray's house and speaking to his son, Jesse? If he'll speak to you, maybe you could ask if he'd be willing to donate his father's purifier to the pistols. What? Because they're people. Thank you.
Bugger off! Thanks. He was great. And now it's my fault he's gone. I thought it'd be cool to have a pet fox. I'm such a moron. You don't know anything. You weren't there. You don't know me, and you didn't know my dad. You liked them enough. Not enough to join up with them. He said they were too focused on themselves. That they couldn't see the bigger picture. He said we were better off on our own. What? Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I go to school. My friends' parents are pistols. They're not bad people. My friends are all planning to try for sponsorship when they turn 18. No, they don't want any nepotism, whatever that means. The children of pistols benefit from the perks of their parents' membership until they turn 18. After that, they've got to find sponsors, just like everyone else. No, I wouldn't. Sure, I've thought about it. It's not that I don't like the pistols. I think I actually agree with a lot of what they say. My dad wouldn't have wanted me to join, though. I wish I could talk to him about it. You're right. I guess I could keep an open mind and see what happens. So that's why you're here. What do the pistols want with it? They do. My dad always said they only cared about their own. Maybe he was wrong about some things. All right. Yeah. Let the pistols know the purifier is theirs.
Did he speak to Jesse? Excellent. I'll have my people head over there shortly. Hopefully, the population in Camden stays stable. Otherwise, we'll have to figure something else out, won't we? No matter. We'll cross that bridge when we cross it. Thank you for your help. Stop throttling hydroponics. Take this. And let Paul Mira know she can stop banging on my door. Was there anything else? Yes. It was no secret that Mr. Gray wasn't a big fan of us. Or so he said, at least. But he never left Camden, did he? I always liked Mr. Gray. And truth be told, I could understand some of the points he made. No one claims the pistols have got everything figured out. We're trying our best, though. I think that matters. The truth is, things went to shit long before the bombs fell. We have a chance now to do it different. We can rebuild the world better than it was. More just. Not the whole world, obviously, but our little world. Here in Camden. What do you mean? He can stay in Camden, of course. He can continue going to school. Education here is free to anyone who wants it. Go ahead. Cheers.
Did you talk to Polly? Oh, thank Walden. And thank you. I don't know what you did, but you just saved us from disaster. Camden hasn't been without food in over 100 years. My ancestors made sure I couldn't let the hydroponics fail on my watch. Please accept this gift. And know that you have my full and unconditional sponsorship. If there's anything else I can do for you, please don't hesitate to ask. Yes. They ended up in London after the bombs and found refuge in Camden. Others weren't as friendly. But luckily, the Pistols welcomed them with open arms. It was lucky for the Pistols, too. You see, the Pistols didn't know this at the time, but my ancestors brought with them agricultural knowledge. Books written in the ancient text described how to farm using hydroponics. None of us can read that language today, but my grandfather could. He taught me everything I know. Yes, manager of the Scavengers. She's another member of the council. If it were up to her, we'd be at war with the gentry right now. Alice is one of my best mates. Despite what Ariel Rotten has been going on about recently, I think Alice is doing a splendid job. Go ahead. You mean like the Fifth Column and Camelot? To be honest, I couldn't care less about it. I don't care about anything outside this building, really. The importance of the work we do here cannot be understated. I'd rather focus on issues in Camden. Let the others fight amongst themselves. Go ahead. It'll be good to have you with us.
You hear that noise? No, that was me.
Nice to meet you. I'm Raymond, though most round here call me Captain Reasonable. Nice to meet you. I'm... Oh, sorry. Classic British politeness loop there. It's actually pretty simple. There's a cache of guns in a police station in Lewisham. Need you to hop over there and fetch them for me. Sound doable? Or even throw in a monkey to make it worth your while. Game? I'll even sign you an endorsement. Fire away, if you'll excuse the pun. That's the tragedy of it. They're ours. In fact, we've already paid for them several times, at considerable expense, I might add. I don't like to be rude about people, but the previous council leader, Malcolm Rhodes, was a reprehensible scumbag. Oh, he was. Malcolm was playing a little game, you see. He told the council he needed a discretionary budget for sundry expenses. Off the record, he'd tell us it was to sidestep the gentry blockade. He was insistent we use non-local arms dealers, which honestly sounded reasonable, given the gentry supply cap. The problem was, every time we bought a shipment from the black market, they'd fail in the field. As you can imagine, a lot of fights about failure to inspect the weapons. It got pretty hairy. Few scars in the group from that period. But there was Malcolm in the middle, breaking it up, playing peacemaker. I even thanked him. What would we do without you? The slippery fucker. If you told me, I'd never have believed you. I had to see it with my own eyes. The snake was playing free card Monty. Turns out he was getting Mark Gormley, our former chief of security, to sneak them out of the armory, selling them to whoever wanted them. Not only was he embezzling money from the locals, he was actively arming our rivals to enrich himself. Can you imagine? Paying to be murdered by your own government. Unfortunately, it is. Nobody serious. Some rabble. Should be a doddle for someone of your talents. The station wasn't occupied, originally. We used to use it for drop-offs. Relatively defensible, easy to rig with traps, lots of cover. The last drop didn't go well. Long story short, the guns are in pristine condition, but locked in the chief's office. Legend?
Oh, you! Got a wager for you. Excuse me, manners. Never should have come here. That better? Right then, funny cunt. 1,000 tickets says you can't do this. Simple premise. You take this sack to the top of that tower. If you survive, you keep all the ticks in the footlocker up there. If you don't, well then, it's quite obvious that I win. You game? Now, have you got the foggiest idea what's going on in here, or what? Basically. Fat nose. Just the heaviest shit around here that I could find. Basically useless junk. Just head straight down this road until you reach the other side of that tower. You can't miss it. Just go up, plonk it down, voila. It's about half a mile away. It's pretty heavy, so you'll need to carry it with care. All makes sense? See? Now that's the spirit. Now, do you understand the bleeding rules, or don't you? You make your way there and get the sack to the other side of that tower. If you survive, you win. If you don't, I win. Now, if you backtrack and don't immediately do it, I'll kill you. If you bend the rules, or I think you're bending the rules, I'll kill you. If you forget where you're going, I'll kill you. In fact, you're going to have to work very hard to stay alive, mate. You've about 30 seconds to pick it up and get moving before I start shooting. Don't worry, as soon as you start proper, I'll give you some leeway to get out of my fucking sight.
What the hell was that?
Something feels strange, and it's not by watching the other
Lieutenant Harrington, 3rd Royal Guard Battalion. Recording date October 24th, 2077. It's getting worse by the hour. The fallout's creeping in and there's no escape. We thought we were prepared for anything, but this is beyond our training. We're out of supplies, out of options. God save the Queen, and may our sacrifices not be in vain. Our days are numbered, and the bitter truth is that our valor might be nothing more than a footnote in history's endless pages.
Ah, you bastard! Man, come back!
I'll cover you.
The fuck was that? You're
Maybe
dead.
we should take this as a chance to escape.
Think you can hide?
Powering up. Protectron on duty.
What the?
No. No,
This
it's nothing.
is bollocks. Think you can hide? Well, look who we have here.
I hope I'm wrong, but I believe we're being watched.
Don't quit, do you?
Keep going.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Big mistake.
Check the breast pockets. It's where I keep my valuables. Let's put this poor thing. I hope I'm wrong, but I believe I'm being watched. Blood got on my suit.
was that? The fuck was that?
Classy. Very classy.
Why do they always gotta fight back?
What the hell was that?
Should be. You better run.
Over here!
Remember, aim for the head. 5 rounds ready.
How's it going? Excellent. Great work. Here's your signed endorsement, as promised. The people of Camden owe you a debt. Actually, come to think of it, now we have these, I suppose I can spare this. As good as it is, truth be told, I'd rather be shot of it. Gift from Malcolm, you see. Once again, thanks. And don't be a stranger.
So, what did Palmyra and the captain have to say? Did they really? That's quite the testament. It may be the fastest anyone has ever secured 2 sponsors. If I wasn't impressed already, I am now. The third person I'd like you to speak to is John Strutter. John is... you'll see. He's had a rough go, but if you ask me, he belongs in Camden as much as any of us do. Not like Palmyra or the captain, but yes. I'll let him explain. Unfortunately, the other members have all already met their quotas. We admit as many new members as possible, but council members also have jobs to do. And I'll be here.
Interminable with the shit.
All this silence is making me think things. Things I'd rather not. Watch your step in here. Not literally, since you can't see it.
So you're determined to bother me. What do you want? Fine, you can come in, but brace yourself. So, what exactly did Alice say to you? Those are part of an important investigation. Very astute. The CAMDEN Council records. Minutes, invoices, all kinds of stuff, really. I'm building a legal case to have my name cleared. But as you can see, there's a considerable amount of research to be done. That's where I need help. Though I'm warning you, it won't be easy. Fine, I'll get to the point. I need you to go find Malcolm Rhodes. He's the former leader of CAMDEN Council. I've written this statement on his behalf. It states that he falsified my signature on several occasions for the express purpose of embezzling money from CAMDEN Council. Now, I doubt he'll be willing to sign that document. He seems to be sticking to his story that I am the guilty party. There is overwhelming evidence that he's lying, but as you can see, it is, not easy to find. I need something that I can cross-reference my files with. A diary, a calendar, that kind of thing. If you can get this statement signed, or anything that helps me cut through the noise, I'll happily sign that endorsement on your behalf. What do you need to know? Malcolm Rhodes was the head of the council. Someone I knew for years and respected immeasurably. Up until this all came out, I considered him amongst my closest friends. Yeah, that's exactly it. Moron. No, I'm just suspended from working on anything associated with the council. And all political activity pending investigation. I understand my political career is over. That's fine. But I'm innocent, and my experience could be a benefit to the community. If I can clear my name, I could be useful again, instead of sitting here interminably combing through the past. I would never advocate the use of force, theft, or any vigilantism in the pursuit of justice. Having said that, unfortunately, I do not envision a situation where he will volunteer to help you. How? If you know the exact relevant documents to check, I'd encourage you to point them out. He's very intelligent, but arrogant to the point of conceit. He thinks very highly of himself and is susceptible to flattery. Considering his track record of lying to literally everyone, I'd advise you that talking to Malcolm is a pointless endeavor. But good luck.
You never cease to astound me with your swiftness.
What can you do? What can you do? You can do the bloody job I've hired you to do. Don't you dare show your face around here again.
I do hope Father's proud of you.
God, I didn't know how much I missed you. A little
Yes?
pick-me-up, I see.
Who wants to know? I see.
I apologise for being blunt. I'm an unpopular man in certain circles. I don't think we've met. The name's Malcolm Rhodes. What can I help you with? Interesting. I'd obviously need to inquire as to the angle you intend to take. Oh. Well, I must say, this is quite the flattering surprise. Do you have an advanced copy I could look at? Well, I'd be happy to help such a project any way I could. Release form? Forgive me, but I won't sign anything until I've read in full. Since there is no stake in your actions beyond profit, am I right to conclude that your services are open for hire? I want to set the record straight in CAMDEN, defend myself against the accusations made against me by John Strutter. The task is simple. Drop off 3 packages, 1 for each of my friends, Tom, Dick, and the packages contain pamphlets and posters that support my position. My friends will distribute them around CAMDEN. You don't know them personally. Let's just say they're concerned citizens of CAMDEN. A house in CAMDEN. Well, it's more of a flat, and my name will still be on the deed. But it'll be yours in a practical sense. I shan't be returning there, so I have no use for it. That isn't going to happen. You'll just have to accept that. Goodbye.
In a hurry? An important meeting, perhaps? I think not.
It must be horrible to live in places without luxury.
Am I invisible, or are you an invalid? Which is it?
I live in...
You're back. How are you getting on? Let me have a look. How did you get these? Yes, I suppose you're right. Regardless, these documents will be incredibly useful. I can cross-reference the public record with the reality. It'll be an easy process, but it'll certainly be far less troublesome than scouring through everything. I've been cobbling together a fund to help hire some help to sift through it all. However, these documents have made that redundant, so I'll donate the fund to you for your invaluable help with my investigation. Here is my endorsement. I cannot thank you enough for what you've done for me.
I'd pop on that torch of yours if I were you. Things are bound to go bump around here. I'd just leave that rubbish behind if I were you.
How did it go with John? Did he really? That's wonderful. It's been ages since John agreed to sponsor anyone. How'd you manage it? What a relief. I've always maintained that he was innocent in the whole ordeal. I take it that means he's staying in CAMDEN then? I can't tell you how happy that makes me. Well, congratulations are in order. It is my honor to formally welcome you to the Pistols. Here are the keys to your flat. You should find it fully furnished. If you need anything at all, it can be found at the CAMDEN Market. Yeah. Didn't you know? The Pistols provide housing to all members. Yours is a nice one. I lived there myself for a period. It's up to you to find ways to make yourself useful in Camden. Don't be a stranger. Hello, love. What petition is that? Of course, give it here. Take more than my name on a piece of paper to get the gentry to budge.